Hello everyone and welcome to Drake Day here at the IAE1954 event. Today is the Big D Day. Unfortunately, I don't think they have anything available that's new. That's kind of a bummer. But still, Drake Day is the best day. Love Drake ships. So let's get up there and take a look. I don't think they have anything new, which kind of sucks, but you know. Can't have everything. Can't have a new ship every year. The last year, I think the big news for Drake was the Ironclad. I would love to have one of those. I just don't have a need. What is that? Oh, it's the cat. Oh, it's the caterpillar. Okay. With everything open, the doors open, it didn't look like a caterpillar. All I saw was that end. Like if you could see just that part. Look like a different ship. Okay, so let's take a look here. Yeah, not a lot out there. Yeah, the main room's got the Caterpillar and the Rambler and the Cutter stuff. The next room's the Herald, the Buck, Corsair, and then the Cuddies, and then downstairs the Mule, the Dragonfly, and the Kraken and the Ironclad in the Dream Room. Yep, two of the ships I would love to have, Kraken and Ironclad, but I just, as a primarily solo player, as I said through this whole show, I have no need for giant ships. So I own all of these. Not bragging, just saying. I think we've gone through all of these before in my videos if you look in the past. Why do I need all of these? I don't. No. I just love Drake ships, and when it comes to Drake stuff, I get this FOMO, which, like, it's not enough to make me pay $2,000 for the Kraken Privateer, but it's enough to make me pay $40 for another version of Cutter. So this is the Scout. This is the one that has the scanning capabilities, right? Paring down the rough and tumble compact frame. Does that make sense? Paring down the rough and tumble compact frame of the Cutter to the bare essentials, Drake took an already impressive ship and transformed it into the ideal scouting vessel. Featuring improved radar scanning capabilities paired with more power and cooling, the Cutter Scout is ready to fly ahead of the pack. Now, they did something with the Scout that, if you watch my channel, you know I'm not happy with. They took away some of the SCU and they moved the door to the center. Why? This could have had the same 4 SCU that the regular Cutter had. This could have still been here and working fine. Just, I suppose they just didn't want this to just stomp the Cutter, you know, and have other capabilities. Longer. So they cut it down to 2 SCU, I believe. And then here's the radar station, which won't work because we aren't able to power anything on this show.
And remember, they're here for everyone's enjoyment.
What I've seen so far, I really think this is the manufacturer to beat this year.
And this raises a little disc on the top, but we've still got the Cutter bathroom. And the Cutter bed and the storage, and storage is here, I believe. At least it is on mine. And then, of course, the same cockpit of all the Cutters.
This is a friendly reminder. Stay aware of your surroundings and keep an eye on your belongings.
Pretty good view. Nothing to write home about. If we could turn this on, which we can't, I could show you this button here. Does it work still? Does not. With that, this shuts the blast shield around these windows, which is just a visual fun thing to do. It doesn't really do anything. And of course, you can see at the top here the scanner, and when you use the scanning thing, it turns on. These, of course, all the Cutters have VTOL, so these engines turn. In terms of a starter ship, I think they're great. I think they're a great choice if you want to be Drakey. The Titan does have way more firepower and way more storage for SCU. So, I mean, it's not the most practical choice, but it's definitely a fun choice.
I'm just gonna stay here. Chelsea.
Okay. Let's go on to the next cutter first before we see the gigantic cat. This is the standard cutter here.
Tobin Expo Center is a STEM-free
The
environment.
first model that
Please refrain
released.
during your visit and have an
I
amazing
believe
day.
this has 4 SCU.
I have to tip my hat to them as a manufacturer.
Um,
Everything they have in for is pretty impressive.
Yep, 4 SCU.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic design.
Let's see, what is this selling for in the store? Is it 50 bucks as well? 45. 45 bucks. $45. I mean, 45 bucks will buy you land vehicles. You know what I mean? It's in that cheap price range. And the best thing about the Cutter series, better than any ship in the whole game, until they fix it, is it will go all the way across the verse with using hardly any fuel. I don't know if it's a bug. They haven't fixed it yet, but these things will go and go and go and go and go and go all the way across the verse, taking hardly any fuel. I believe that's why they gave everyone a cutter when the show started, so that you could get here if you didn't have a ship that would make it, I guess. I don't know. They gave everyone a cutter.
Pictures of some earlier versions.
But it will get across the whole verse, no problem. Of course, here's where the 4 SCU go. If you're creative, you can stuff 5, 6. But really, this is the only way out, so you're not getting out if you stuff more. You could grab some and then kind of like go like this and lock yourself
I'm
in,
gonna go and see if I can find anything.
and then shut the door from the
Yeah,
cockpit.
that's
But
fine. I'll catch up with you later.
you do you if you want to make yourself a coffin. Yeah, here's the storage for the cutter. Some ships don't have storage. The cutter has storage.
Thank you.
Of course, here's the same cockpit. Very Drakey. And this is why I love Drake. This is why I'm here and excited, is because
Not the best I've seen
all
from
of this stripped down exposed stuff, all of the wires hanging, all of the unkept look is just what the cool. I don't like streamlined spaceships. You know, if you're looking at like Crusader and you're looking at Origin, they've got the spacey spaceships. You know, the perfect, every panel's covered. It's all got panels and it's sleek. This is probably, in a reality world, the type of ship I would be flying, because I would not be rich enough to afford any of those. It would be a clunky space dumpster, and so this is where I feel most comfortable. Yeah. Okay, and then the last one is a Rambler. What is it?
Tobin Expo Center would like to remind everyone that the first step to
Rambler.
fun is safety. Walk, don't run while exploring the halls.
Rambler's 50 bucks, so 5 bucks more than the other. You get 2 SCU, which it sucks, and you get more living space, which it's controversial. I'll say that. You get the 2 SCUs fits here. You get more living space, which
Gathering the latest and greatest
How-
manufacturers across the empire. The intergalactic
outside of
Aerospace
role
Expo
play,
is where
what's the
spaceship
point?
enthusiasts
You know?
come to take flight.
it's got a little jump seat here you can put down. Oh, it's not going to put it down. It's just going to have me sit. Am I floating? No. Yes.
Hard to believe that the same manufacturer makes all of these. Pretty impressive.
I can see why some people love this style, but it's not for me.
This flips down in the regular one. And then, of course, the same... it doesn't have the same storage.
This
however.
year's Drake Interplanetary lineup shows that bold choices make for some of the
Here?
best ships. No matter your style, there's a Drake waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, I'm about ready too.
I'm not sure where the storage is on the Rambler. Is it here? Because this isn't the storage now. I don't know where they put it. But it's got gun racks and suit locker. Those hold the little utility
Find a new favorite?
tools,
Then why not take it for a test
multi-tools.
flight? Many of the vehicles on display at this year's IAE
Yeah, I don't know. The Rambler's
are
cool if
conveniently
you're,
available to
I don't know, kind of role-playing, I guess. But in terms of functionality, still the main cutter holds more SU than all of them.
I've been to one of these. I'm so excited.
All right.
Such a good chance to see all
Here is the Drake Caterpillar. This is the big hauler. Does it say how many SCU? I don't think it does. That would be handy, so they don't do that.
Thank you for visiting New Babbage's Tobin
It's a lot.
Stan's preeminent destination for live
It's a
events
lot.
and exhibitions.
What is this? Did they add another tractor beam?
They somehow outdone themselves with their latest lineup.
Yeah.
Attention visitors
This
to
was the only
Intergalactic
tractor beam
Aerospace
before, and it's a
Expo.
terrible
Please
one.
take care of reviewing
It
the
doesn't-
vehicles on display.
Because the
Remember,
cargo
they're
areas
for
are here.
everyone's enjoyment.
They don't go, these lifts don't go to the ground like you would expect. They just open. So you have to kind of dump everything in there. The tractor beam can move things up in front of the space, but you can't put things in with it.
I'm going to move on
This
to the
is a
next
new
call.
one.
I really hope.
I don't remember this being here.
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin Expo Center is a STEM-free environment.
Huh.
Please refrain during your visit and have an amazing day.
Interesting. Let's go inside.
Be honest.
I've been spending quite a bit of time in the Caterpillar lately. I still get lost sometimes, though. So here is the engineering stuff and where the engine is and all this. And you got
This
an
year's Drake
elevator going up.
Interplanetary lineup shows that
Or a
all
ladder,
choices
sorry.
make for some of the best ships. No matter your style, there's a Drake waiting to be discovered.
Upper hallway. So this is the control panel for the tractor beam. Since they're
Finding your
locking
favorite?
us out of
Then
power,
why not take it for a test flight? Many of the vehicles on display
Remote
at this
turret.
year's IAE are
for which
conveniently
one?
available to rent.
Just this one, I suppose.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic
Can I not engage with this? I can't. You can in the actual ship when you have the ship. I don't know if I want to rent one just for the sake of finding out that answer. But so here is the remote turrets. Are they gonna let us sit in them and check it out?
Gathering the latest and greatest from manufacturers across the empire. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
You know, not letting us power these ships on during the show has really hindered our ability to check them out completely. So we've got remote turret here, co-pilot and pilot. Does the co-pilot have turret control for the... Of course, we'll never know.
Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Please take
that
care
kinda
of
sucks.
viewing the vehicles on display. And remember, they're here for everyone's enjoyment.
see here. People talking to me on Discord.
Thank you for visiting New Babbage's
Yeah, I
Tobin
wish we
Expo
could
Center.
check out what
Stands as the
controls
internet
that
destination
turret.
for live events and exhibitions.
It's gonna let me sit down. It's got an okay view. It's got a lot of clutter in the way with the frame and all, but it's cool, and it's fun to actually control it from here.
Tobin Expo Center would like to remind everyone that the first step to fun
Off
is
to the
safety.
side like that, it's kind of
Walk,
neat.
don't run while exploring the halls.
And then if we go down to the actual cargo areas. I did not do that. I did not. So we've got all these cargo bays that hold quite a bit to the ceiling.
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin Expo Center is a STEM-free environment. Please refrain during your visit and have an amazing day.
Quite a number of them, all the way to the front here. Now, this doesn't go to the ground. Now, if any of them were to go down to the ground, you would expect it to would be this one. And then you could lift up stuff into it. That would be cool.
This is a friendly
But it
reminder.
doesn't.
Stay aware of your surroundings and keep an eye on your belongings.
Because I don't know why.
We want to make sure that your perfect day stays that way.
And we have a turret up here as well. What are you doing? Here. Yeah, it doesn't let you control it.
It's not the best I've seen from this manufacturer. Pretty solid.
But you are up there.
Manufacturer makes
Gathering the latest and greatest from manufacturers across the empire. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
And we're in space.
As a manufacturer, I think
into one of these. I'm so excited.
I love going to shows like this. Such a good chance to see all my favorite.
So this is the base cutter. There is only one other variant,
Didn't really think
which
this
is the
manufacturing my style.
pirate cutter. And
I think they somehow
when you look at like the
outsold
pirate
themselves
Gladius, that is a Gladius with the skin.
This year's Drake Interplanetary
The
lineup
pirate
shows
cutter
that all
is, or the
choices
pirate
made for some of the best ships.
cat.
No matter your
Sorry, did
style,
I say cutter?
there's a Drake
The
waiting
pirate
to be
caterpillar is not. It is a different ship. It has a different colored interior. It doesn't have green.
I can tell you there's no point being at the
So when you go to look at a pirate caterpillar, you can't take off the skin. That's the default way it looks. Unlike a pirate Gladius, which you can remove the pirate
Tobin
skin,
Expo
and then
Center
it
would
looks
like
like
to remind everyone that the first step to fun is safety.
that makes sense.
Walk, don't run while exploring the halls.
So anyway, here is the caterpillar, and what does it set you back? I want to say $330, something like that. Wow, it's taking me a bit of time here to find it. There it is. Yeah, $330. Sorry.
Attention
That is the
visitors to
price.
Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Please take
Can you
care
get
of
the
your
pirate
gear
variant? I
on
don't think
display.
so.
And remember, they're here for everyone's enjoyment.
Buy it on the gray market and pay way too much for it, but that is curious. Interesting. I don't remember that being there. I bought my caterpillar in game because, well, because why are you
This is a friendly
playing the
reminder
game if you don't
that
have
Tobin
tools?
Expo Center
So
is a STEM-free
it was a goal of
environment.
mine
Please
to
refrain during your visit and have an amazing day.
make enough money to buy a cat, and I was able to accomplish that. Of course, when we have the 4.0 wipe that I hear is coming, I'll lose that. So we'll see what we do then. We'll see. Okay, so which hall am I running towards now? I don't think it's this one. Let me just check.
Gathering the latest and greatest from manufacturers.
Nope, it is.
across
And
the
we'll
empire.
go into
The
the
Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where
Cuttings.
spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
cutters and cutties and cutless.
And deposit any waste in the appropriate receptacles. Thanks.
I am right here. Okay, right here.
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin Expo
All right, the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is a good fighter. It's especially currently, I guess. Currently in the meta right now, the Buccaneer is pretty kick-ass, from what I understand. I've taken it out a few times, and I have it as a loaner. I don't own it. I have it as a loaner for something I don't know what it's a loaner for. So I just always have it in my inventory. If it went away, I don't know. I would probably
Not to tip my hat to
buy it
them
in
as a
game, I
manufacturer.
suppose.
Everything
But
they
it's a
have
great
looks
ship,
pretty impressive.
super fast.
I think they've somehow outdone
Um,
themselves with their latest lineup.
Calling it interdiction. Let's see, how much are they selling it for in the store? $110. But it's really fun to fly, and you have these massive engines in the back that light up when you take off, and these fins all open. It's really kind of fun.
Plastic designers at the lines.
Now's a buying one, but it would definitely be for a weekend.
Pretty good view. Not as great as something like a Crusader ship, but pretty good. Of course, we can't turn it on. But when you look from above, it's like a star. It's kind of a cool ship.
I think I've seen enough of these. Time for the next hall.
All right, let's
I'm about ready too. Let's go.
say $110. Is it worth it if you're into Drake and you want a fighter? Yes, it's a good fighter. It's really solid. The Herald. This is supposedly one of the fastest ships in a straight line in the whole game. And it is a data runner,
The crowds, I definitely think the IAE is worth going to.
which there is no gameplay
Glad
for
you
that
came.
yet. So
It's always better exploring the show with someone else.
it is what it is, I guess. There's not really any cargo space to be, there's not really any place to load cargo. You just have these two massive engines here.
Not the best I've seen from this manufacturer, but a pretty solid show.
I heard that there's
I've always kind of had a attraction to this ship, I think just because it's a Drake ship, but yeah, it's got some firepower. It's got a similar nose as the Buccaneer, if you notice. Same kind of.
Wow, look at this view. How fun would it be to own one?
If we go inside here, let's see. Here's all the data running stuff. Right here, which we won't be able to power on, so there's no point in getting to see it really. bed. Quickie little bathroom sink thing
Next
here.
hall.
I think I might be for a bit longer. Need everything
Not sure
down.
if it has storage. I think this is the gun rack. Oh, here's storage. Yeah, so it does have storage. And yeah. Similar view from other Drake ships.
Another year,
I love going to shows like this. Such a good chance to see all my favorite vehicles one piece.
But you can do box missions with it. You can drag your boxes inside of here, but this is the only way in. So no big cargo doors or anything like that. It's good for a daily run around, could be.
They manufacture
It's not too huge and it's ridiculously fast.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
And then, of course, Drake's baby, Corsair. It got neutered a little bit. They took some guns away from the pilot. The pilot did have, what was it, five, 6 guns, something like that? And they reduced it and gave some of the guns to the co-pilot, which really nailed the people who solo because they lost their guns. But I don't like it because I mostly solo.
Pretty out there.
But if looking at the big picture, I can see a ship of this size. You probably should have other people with you. This is like on that cusp of solo ship, not solo ship. You know what I mean? I've got a Corsair. Yeah, so I was hit by the. Oh, that sucks. But still, it's got the elevator here. Which is sketchy sometimes. It's kind of got that. Am I gonna die every time I get in it?
This is the first
So you
time
can
I've
go
been
to
one
the
of these.
roof,
I'm
the
so
mess hall,
excited.
or the
This year's
ground.
pretty
So
good.
people forget
Should've
that
seen it last year, though.
it's kind of
That
fun
was a
too.
show.
Go to the roof if you are able to. So we can pass the mess hall up to the roof. And it's literally just you on the roof.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find anything more interesting.
No other ship I know of lets you just get on top of it and walk around.
I really appreciate that they've
I
got
don't
some
know
of
of
their
any.
classic designs on display.
Okay, and here's the mess hall, the dining area, I guess you'd say, bathroom here. And then quarters for people. 1, 2, 3. And then we have the turrets on each side. And then the captain's room. And then here's co-pilot and pilot. If you get in the co-pilot seat, you go down. You kind of have your own little thing. And now you have your own little guns.
The schedule I made? I'm gonna head to the next exhibit.
So it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I'm about ready too.
Because, you know, what was the co-pilot doing before, really? And then, of course, the pilot seat here. They took away our... Come on.
I tell you, there's nothing like being at the IAE.
I don't have control of myself right
Seems like a
now.
lot of
There we go. They took away our little... Oh, getting some lag. We have this screen on the ground here that we used to be able to do things with. And
From what I've seen so far,
do it
I
anymore.
really think this is the manufacturer to beat this year.
But it's got a really good view for a Drake ship.
I've been keeping an eye out, but no luck yet.
Big open glass here, which is nice. Oh, I've been missing a few prices. I'll go through them as soon as I get out of here. Let's see. The Herald is $85 over there. The Herald with rim. That's 85 bucks. Again, like I said, it doesn't really have much gameplay attached to it at the
I've
moment.
been waiting so long to see one of these. It's even better than I thought.
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what the designers were thinking on this one.
They somehow outdone themselves with their latest lineup.
Here's the docking collar stuff and suit lockers,
I'm
weapons
going to move on
racks,
to the next hall, I think.
I really hope
cargo space. So I think it holds like 75 SCU, something like that.
I wonder how this.
Very bare
Hard to
bones,
believe that I've been getting to go to these for almost a decade now.
You want to make my everything on the show for them.
which you either love or you hate, I
Believe that
guess.
I've been getting to go to these for almost a decade now.
It has VTOL mode. Those do turn.
I had the credits. I'd probably get one of these for myself.
Let's see, how much is a? What are they selling the Corsair for right now? When you're scrolling on their page, you're either going the right way or the wrong way. Okay, this one is $250. So it's not cheap. I got mine by trading in a bunch of stuff for it. I don't think I've outright paid over $200 for anything in the game. I've always traded something for something, which, you know, makes you pay more, but it doesn't feel as bad. So that's $85. That is $250. That is $110. So on to the next room.
Not the best I've seen from this manufacturer.
Attention visitors to the Intergalactic Aerospace
I wish
Expo.
Drake
Please
had
remember to
a
stay
mining
hydrated while
ship.
exploring the exhibits on display.
That
For
would
your
be sweet.
convenience, a selection of beverages and tasty
I would
snacks
trade
are
in my
available
prospector
purchase
for
in
it,
the lobby.
without question. Here we have all the cutlasses, and the star of every show, if you ask me, is the Vulture. It's right now, it is your money machine. Your solo money machine sits right there.
Please be mindful of other guests during
It
your visit
is.
so that we can
You
all
can go out
enjoy
and
the
come
stay
back,
together.
sell your stuff, and get $200,000, no problem, one trip. The Vulture is $175 in the store, or you can rent them from
Imagine buying one, but it would definitely be fun to use for a weekend.
some of the rental places will have Vultures you can take out and make your money and buy your own Vulture. But this can strip a ship and then disintegrate it. It's just what I do is I just go out into the void, and there's floating steel panels out there that you can find. That'll fill you up.
Hard to believe
It
that
holds-
the same manufacturer makes all of these.
It holds
I have to say,
is it
I don't think
12
they're
SCU?
overrated as a manufacturer, to be honest.
Oh, come on, come on.
I believe they've got some of their classic
12 SCU, and then it holds 13 in its processor, I guess you'd say. So yeah, not a great view, but you're not a fighter either. It's nice for what it is. It's got a good views for what you're doing.
one of these. I'm so
Around. Seems like a lot of people are enjoying them, so I'm just gonna stay here.
Here's the bed, bathroom, which was not a thing. I had someone comment on one video saying, why do they waste time making useless things like bathrooms and cabinets and when they should be focusing on finishing the game? Well, as I've said in the past, I don't think finishing the game is their focus. I think making ships is the money maker for them.
I've seen pictures of some earlier versions.
And they have plans in the future of having needs for bathrooms and things. So imagine making all your ships, ignoring that part, and then having to go through and make all your ships again. So they can't really do that. They need to future-proof their ships by putting in everything they need for them. So that's why that is a thing. So here we'll hold 13 SCU until it says it's full, and then you have to come over here and use this panel and turn it into actual SCU boxes, which you stack here. Now this is the grid right here, which will hold 12, but if you're creative, you can get 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You know, you can stack them here because this isn't the only exit. You can get out through the front. So you're able to just stuff this. So what you do is you go out and you stuff this full, and then you do more and fill this with unprocessed, unrefined scrap salvage. And then you come back, sell everything is here, go back to your hangar, process the rest of this, and then sell that. And it's just a money machine. It's wonderful until they fix it. Fix, quote unquote, fix it, which means take all of the fun away. All right. Here we are at the cutters. Or, sorry, cutlasses.
Let's go.
Cutlasses. Which everyone calls cutties. Here is the black. This is probably the most useful ship I have, other than the Vulture. The black is just the second you can upgrade to a black, I would just do it.
Be honest.
I mean, unless you really hate
Not
Drake
exactly
stuff.
sure what the designers were thinking on this.
It's not so huge that it's a pain to get out and drive around. This is probably the one I use as a daily driver more than anything else. It holds 45 SCU here, I believe. 2 crew.
Blown away by everything on the show floor this year.
So you got a pilot, a co-pilot. The co-pilot seat runs the
That was a show.
right there it is. Runs the tractor beam to load the ship with, and it works just great. And of course, the pilot seat lifts you up. But
Got to tip my hat to the manufacturer.
it's just
The floor is pretty
a
impressive.
great
I think they've somehow
setup
outdone
for what's happening.
this lineup.
Interesting. Yeah, it is just a great ship. It's got VTOL mode. As you can see, it's in VTOL mode right now, which is going to be more important in the future, I understand. And yeah,
I'm going to move on to the next
it is a great next step after you get out of your starter.
I'll catch up with you later.
And it has your turret here. You're kind of in a can here a bit. Again, it won't let me power it on.
I can't imagine buying one, but it would definitely be fun to use for a weekend.
Yeah. $110. Or buy it in game. You know, all of these ships, well, not all. I'm not going to say all, but many of them can be bought in game.
Seems like it's going to be a great show this year.
So there's no reason to feel you need to go dump more and more cash into the game. If you want, you can buy just in game. Here is the Cutlass Red. This is the medical one. I don't believe these are respawnable. Like, you can't respawn in them. They're just medical beds. Other than that is the standard Cutlass.
It's not the best I've seen from this manufacturer, but still a pretty solid showing.
I think
See,
they've
the red is
somehow outdone
135
themselves with
bucks.
their latest lineup.
In the store. Next, we have the steel and the blue.
I think I've seen enough of these.
Seems like it's gonna be a great
The
show
blue
this
is
year.
kind of the cop ship, which is weird because Drake are considered criminal ships. Because the poor are always considered criminals by society. Yeah, so these are like prison cells. You got the neck harness that locks you in there.
I haven't
And
seen everything yet.
these are all prison things. Look at that. It's like stacks all of you in there.
Beauty. You can really see the influence of some classic designers in the lines.
I can't imagine buying one, but it
12
would definitely be
prisoners
fun to
stacked
use for a
in here.
weekend.
All Han Solo style. But yeah, other than that, it's your standard kind of cutter experience.
Hard to believe
Turret
that
and
the same
beds.
manufacturer makes all of these. Pretty impressive.
I heard that their CEO is actually here in the hall. I've been keeping an eye out, but no luck yet.
The blue is, let's see, $175. Which is, it's interesting because of all of them, the most useful is probably the black, and it's the cheapest. So here we have the steel. And the steel has all of these guns everywhere that poke out from the
I've been to
door.
one of these. I'm so excited.
You can stand here exposed using these.
Chance to see all my favorite vehicles in one place.
But, and then all the drop seats. From what I've heard though, these are not very tough. It looks like a fortress, but from what I heard, they drop pretty quick. Standard Cutlass up here.
Okay, I think I'm about done here.
I'm just gonna stay here.
So how do you get on one of these guns? Will it
Much else.
let me? Let's see. Deploy. Okay, and then you just. And you're just. Can't come over here.
Wow,
Why?
look at
That's-
this beauty. How fun would
There
it
we
be
go.
to own one?
I actually
But
wasn't for me, but maybe you'd like it.
wasn't for me, but maybe you'd like it. So the steel is really expensive. $235 for this ship. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So that's this room. I think we've actually polished off all the rooms. I think we're down to just the basement and the dream room. All right, another dead person. People are doing that apparently because they rent a ship and they want to get to the spaceport faster. And for some reason think if they kill themselves, they'll do that. You
This
wake
is
up
a friendly reminder
in the
that
hospital.
Expo Center is a shared space. Please be mindful of other guests during your visit. So that
and
we
then
can
still
all
have to
enjoy
go to
this
the
day
spaceport.
together.
So I'm not sure why. Doesn't quite make sense because you still got to ride to the spaceport. You don't wake up in the spaceport.
As good as some of their other work.
But anyway.
Gathering the latest and greatest from manufacturers across the Empire. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find anything more interesting.
catch up with you later.
All right, down here we have the mule and the dragonflies. Yeah, here are the
Attention
dragonflies.
visitors to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Please take care.
Death machines.
Remember, they're here for everyone's enjoyment.
I died so many times flying these just because hitting stuff and they blow up. Not fun. Dragonfly Black will run you about 40 bucks in the store. They have guns on them right there.
This year's Drake Interplanetary lineup shows that bold choices make for some of the best ships.
I have since kind of made peace with hover vehicles and kind of figured them out, so they aren't as bad as I used to say they are. And then another person can ride on the back facing the other way.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined.
Let me see if I can get on that seat to show you.
Find a new favorite? Then why not take it for a test flight? Many of the
Mount
vehicles on
passenger
display
seat.
at this year's IAE are conveniently available to rent.
Yeah. So if you're a passenger, get ready to throw up. Yeah, passenger faces the other direction. I'm not sure if they allow you to shoot your gun while you're there, but yeah, that'd be a hell of a ride, wouldn't it?
Thank you for visiting New Babbage's Open Expo Center.
But I found the trick to these, I guess didn't understand them before, is you gotta raise them up and raise them down. Like, I wasn't probably raising them up high enough, and I was hitting rocks and stuff, and then they would eventually, of course, blow up and kill me. So, I kind of figured it out now, I guess. Here are the mules. I have a mule I bought in game. I have a dragonfly I bought in game as well. They don't have the racing variant there, which is interesting.
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin Expo Center is a STEM-free
So
environment.
with the
Please
mule,
refrain during your
it's
visit.
6-wheel
Have an
drive, which
amazing
lets
day.
it spin. If you can spin in this in a position, so it's easy to maneuver. You can like spin the whole thing, but it holds one SCU right there, and then boxes. You can put boxes on it as well. I think it's 3 or 4 boxes here on each side, but it's kind of a question because it's like, how is this faster than just using your tractor beam? I guess if you have a ways to go, that's the logic there. If you have a ways to go, then it is better. Yeah, here are the components. No, I don't. Yeah, I just rented a mule. Great. Thanks. Already had one.
This is a friendly reminder. Stay aware of your
But they're really
surroundings.
cheap in
Keep an eye
game.
on your
Just
belongings
buy
at
them
all
in game.
times. We want to make sure that your perfect
That's what I
day
did.
stays that way.
But you can use it for getting around too. Like you can use it on a bunker mission to get to the bunker, park away from the turrets, and drive to the bunker. You can do that. It's a wheeled vehicle, so the turrets don't shoot at you generally.
Attention visitors to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Please take care of viewing the vehicles on display. And remember, they're here for everyone's enjoyment.
So they don't say prices in game, but in the store it's $45. All right, let's go on to the dream room.
Thank you for visiting New Babbage's Tobin
Here's the
Expo.
ironclad.
Stands as the eminent destination for live events and exhibitions.
Drake ironclad. Heavy freight. The universe has steadily grown more dangerous, and simply trying to earn a living has become a potentially lethal affair. That's why Drake built the hardest,
Seen everything yet.
hardiest freighter to fly the ship lanes, armed with an intimidating array of turrets, a generous cargo hold, and a convenient tractor
Tobin
beam.
Expo Center is a STEM-free environment. Please refrain during your visit and have an amazing day.
So the ironclad comes in two flavors. There's the regular ironclad that we see here, and then there's the ironclad assault, which is, I suppose, more of a military variant. The ironclad here is $450. And then the assault is $535. So,
Yeah, they've done it.
yikes.
Tobin Expo Center
Being a
would like
Drake
to
ship,
remind
I would
everyone
love
that
to have one,
first
but what would I do with it? Just to say I have one, you know? Maybe this is a fun goal for in-game. That, you know? Seriously. Maybe this would be a fun goal to have in-game. Then you have something you're working towards and not just buying it in the store. Same with here. The Kraken. The Kraken has been released, and it means one thing. There's no putting it back. This attack carrier has changed the way militias operate forever. And when it comes to personal defense, interesting. It's like you're defending your home. There's one thing you never want to be, and that's falling behind. A protector and a beacon of freedom. And they mean freedom from government, I think. In the often cruel universe, Drake Interplanetary has made this capital ship available to all those tasked with safekeeping those unable to protect themselves. The Kraken is both a sanctuary and a self-contained war machine, ready to take on the most daunting adversaries. Well, it better be, because it is $1,650. It will not protect you from divorce. It's not that strong. There is also a more merchant variant of this,
Attention visitors to the Intergalactic Aerospace.
the Kraken Privateer,
Take care of you and your
which I'm certain is already sold out in the store. Let me see. View offers. Yep, it's gone. You can't buy it. $2,000. Sold out. What are you doing, people? I had a talk with someone, and I'm like, why do you guys buy concepts? They'll happily sell it to you when the ship is released. And they said, well, for a higher price. I saved $200 on this one ship, Pioneer, I think it was, buying it now compared to what it will probably release for.
This year's IAE are conveniently available to
And it's like, you're buying imaginary spaceships. I didn't know saving money was really a priority. You know? You're buying made-up spaceships. Virtual spaceships. So, I got a great deal on a virtual spaceship, honey. Perhaps many people aren't burdened with the joy of partnership, but
Tobin Expo Center would like to remind everyone
Many of us
that
are.
the first step to fun is safety. Walk, don't run while exploring the halls.
okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on Drake Day here. This is day 7. Yeah, day 7 of the expo. Tomorrow is Origin. So I'm not sure if there's anything new from Origin or not. But we'll take a look, See you. So we'll see you here tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. As always, if you enjoy these, I don't usually do videos every day, so this is like I say, a lot of work, but it's a lot of work doing a video every day for the show. But if you appreciate it, I'd love you to give me a like there and maybe subscribe if you want to hear more of my ramblings about Star Citizen. I also have a second channel out there, which is Curse Twitch, where I play other games. Kind of was recently getting back into Enshrouded. I wanted to play some SnowRun around there, but haven't gotten around to that yet. So anyway, thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving in the U.S., so everyone enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.